1, 2. Morning, guys. Just getting set up. What an epic night it was last night. Yeah. What an epic night last night was. I don't know if you saw it. Yes, all well, thank you, Craig. Just bear with me. I'll put some music on just to get us going.
A legion of tusks in the valley of masks. The altars are cold, the terror is old. But high on the rim, the shadows grow slim. No crown for his head, just vengeance and lead. One breath for the draw, one man for the law. The emerald spark, a fight in the dark. 1,000 fall still at the command of his will. The mountain is won, the monsters are done. Where legends fade and ancient fires glow, the green arrow stands, the master of the bow.
Yeah, ribeye makes me clean up my mess every morning. That's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning up our Discord channel. Thank you, Craig.
The banners hung heavy, all tattered and torn, in the valley where kings and their...
Got some great stuff to show you in about 5 minutes.
Was rusted, the gardens were dry, and a shroud of gray ashes had swallowed the sky.
For years we had drifted, for years we had strayed, while the stones of our fathers
began to degrade. The hearts were all cold and the children were still as the shadow of a wind.
I'll tell you where the name Green Arrow came from later, guys. Nothing to do with the Green Arrow Archer. I'll have to tell Bad Wolf.
Lost was the glory and lost was the crown. But when the clock struck the hour of deepest despair, a voice like a trumpet rang out through the air. Not a lord in his silk, nor a knight in his mail, but a humble man, Rupert, who stepped through the gale. He didn't have silver,
he didn't have gold,
just a heart that was honest
and hands that were bold.
He stood in the square where the elders would meet, with the dust of the roadway still thick on his feet.
He spoke not of conquest or vengeance or pride,
but of the love for the soil that we'd buried inside.
He spoke of the ancestors, sturdy and deep, who had planted the orchards we neglected to keep. Oh,
Oh, the kingdom was falling, the walls crumbling down. Lost was the glory, and lost was the crown. But when the clock struck the hour of deepest despair, a voice like a trumpet rang out through the air. Not a lord in his silk, nor a knight in his mail, but a humble man, Rupert, who stepped through the gale. He picked up a hammer, he picked up a plow. He said, if we don't save our home, tell me when, tell me how. And one by one, neighbors looked up from the mud.
It is.
With the fire of old memories stirring their blood. The blacksmith, the baker, the girl from the mill, they followed his lead up the side of the hill. Through the sweat of the brow and the strength of the back, they mended the breach and they filled every crack. The gardens were planted, the bells started to ring, and the birds in the rafters began once to sing. It wasn't the sword that had won back the day, but the courage to work and the spirit to stay in the land of our fathers, the place we belong, where the weak found their power and the quiet grew strong. Now the kingdom is rising, the hearts are aglow, and the rivers of silver through green meadows flow. We tell of the darkness, we tell of the night, and of Rupert who led us back into the light. Yes, we sing of the hero who answered the call, and the home that was restored for the good of us all.
I'm cleaning up our Discord. I did not realize. Oh, 1 second. Good morning, Vindicator. You featured in a video this morning. I don't know if you've seen the video yet, Vindicator. If you'd like to come up to the mic, just say, I'm busy cleaning up the Discord. People don't realize how much goes on behind the scenes, do they? The amount of information that Ribeye and I communicate whilst the show is going on is absolutely incredible. I just didn't realize we were not chatting that much, how much information we were passing back and forth to each other during the live stream. Incredible. Just looking at the one, we had a bad guy in. Who's the guy? My response to him in caps was, he's IRA, just throw him out. Ribeye, done. You haven't done nothing, Vindicator. I was reporting back on last night's live stream. I got a nice little, hang on, Vindicator. I'll show you something, shall I? Do you want to have a look? Hold on. Just stick with me, Vindicator. I'll play some music for you while it's going on.
I'm reading the room like a riot act, tracing the shadows, watching your back. 1 minute you go, a summer sun, the next the Cold War has just begun. I'm tiptoeing over fractured glass, waiting for the storm clouds to finally pass. You're a master of the maybe, a king of the might. Keep
Stand by, guys. You're going to love this. Share this. We got to get this right, guys. You're going to like this, Vindicator. It'll be worth waiting for. Stick around. We're almost there. if I go to do that, yeah, get ready. Morning, guys. Weather's miserable, but the sun is burning in my heart. What an epic night last night. Truly epic. But before I tell you about it, let's go throw the trash out. Let me put the rubbish out first, guys. Pause, Paul. We're over here on the daily agenda. Simon Tomlin. Oh, well, I asked a question, didn't I? And I got my answer. I asked if he was a saint or sinner. There should have been a third option, shouldn't it? Lunatic. Yeah, I should have said, is he a saint, sinner, or a lunatic? Because listen to this response. It had me in stitches.
That's particularly a message to that clown. What's his name? What does he call himself? Paul Morris, that daft old bat. How on earth do you think you could ever possibly face someone like me, Mr. Morris, and stand any chance of coming out of it unscathed? You'd need counselling for PTSD after I heard you molest you. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm an expert at finding the jugular, the weakness, the Achilles heel in every man and woman that I meet. It's my nature. I'm a Scorpio. I don't know how to do anything other than that. Same applies to that grotesque, obese, fat retard, Bill Oswald.
Oh, dear. Now I know. Listen, thank you all you people who sent me information in about this fantasist past. Yeah, it was, yeah, he is a nasty piece of work. Thing is, what Simon doesn't realize is he keeps on telling us about his past in the BNP. I was in the BNP much longer than him. But I'm a real British nationalist. I'm former National Front and I'm former BNP. And I'm proud of the part I played in both of those political parties. Yeah. I left a comment on Simon's daily agenda, must be about a week or more ago now, asking him if I could call in and have a chat to him because I wanted to know what he thought we could do as an option to Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain, because he was always putting them down. Yeah. But he never responded to me. Now, I've been told it may just well be a lie, a rumour. People do spread them to whip up a debate like this or dissent amongst the right, that he actually said, he's supposed to have said that he challenged me to a debate. Simon has never challenged me to anything, ever. If he did, I would accept. But what am I going to do about him? Well, from the information I received, it's clear that the guy is a delusional fantasist and he's more to be pitied than worried about or respected. He knows where my pal talk room is. Drop in any time, Simon, and we'll see Uitu. Yes, so Pat. Don't say it, Paul. Someone should be looking after him, and they deserve a Care in the Community award for doing so. Anyhow, let's get back to the bunker. I've got more important things to talk about than this Walter Mitty character. Oh, okay. Now that I've taken the trash out, we can get down with some serious business.
You're the
You rewrite the script mid-line. Tell me my memories aren't actually mine. You're the victim, the hero, the star of the show, building me up just to let it all go. A vacuum of air and crowded space. I'm losing the features of my own face. Every I'm sorry is a poison pill. You're moving for the kill, standing perfectly still. The thermostat drops when you walk in the door. I don't know who I am anymore. Is it love? Is it hate? Or just a soul that's accepted its fate? Are you coming or going? Are you high or you low? You're the ghost in the hallway, the thorn in the rose. Which way the wind of your temper blows, nobody knows. You're a revolving door in a haunted house. Am I the hunter or am I the mouse? Are you coming or going? Look at me, look at me. Don't look at me, don't look at me. You need the mirror, but you hate the reflection. You crave the worship, but you kill the affection. Spinning, grinning, I'm losing. You're winning. Stop. The door clicks shut, but I can't tell, was that you arriving or was that me leaving? Coming or going, going, gone.
Oh, I like this one, guys.
It's time.
Oh, hang on.
Let's talk about it. I'm voting restore.
No.
I'm
Seen it.
He's the steady hand upon the wheel, with a heart of gold and nerves of steel, a quiet strength in every stride, walking always by my side. He doesn't need a crown to wear, just being there he shows he'll care. Oh, for the Father standing tall, the ones who catch us when we fall, with a gentle word and a guiding light, keeping shadows from the night. For the Father's brave and true, this melody we play for you. Through the summer heat and winter snow, he watched the seeds of kindness grow. He taught me how to stand my ground in a world that's spinning round and round. A hero in an old work shirt who healed the soul and eased the hurt. Oh, for the fathers standing tall, the ones who catch us when we fall, with a gentle word and a guiding light, keeping shadows from the night. For the fathers brave and true, this melody we play for you. More than a name, more than a man, a foundation for the master plan, a legacy that never ends, the greatest of our lifelong friends.
Got to excuse me, guys. I'm getting the kitchen ready for the boss. Oh, hang on. I better put some music on, hadn't I? Let's go. Yeah.
The fog is thick, the moon is cold. I'm walking paths that weren't foretold. There's a shadow hand upon my wrist, twisting me through the iron mist. I didn't choose this jagged road. I'm just a beast that bears the load. The air is thinning, the stars go black. There's no road for looking back. I hear the laughter in the breeze, bringing me down to my trembling knees. Led by demons into the night, running from the ghost of the light. They pull the wires, they scream the name. I'm just a fuel for the master flame. No more will, no more soul, losing every shred of control. Led by demons into the void. A thousand voices, a single thread, feeding on the things I've said. They know the cracks, they know the fear. They whisper clover in my ear. But the field is ash, the sky is lead. I'm living like I'm already dead. I am the puppet, they are the kings. I am the motion, they are the strength.
Led by demons into the night, running from the ghost of the light. They pull the wires, they scream the name. I'm just a fuel for the master flame. No more will, no more soul. Losing every shred of control.
Oh,
The path is gone. The master stays, led by demons through the haze.
pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
I woke up with a vision and a brand new suit. Got a digital course on how to harvest the fruit. It's a 3-step ladder to a 5-star life. Sell a dream to a husband, sell a scheme to a wife. I'm a prophet in a hoodie, I'm a king in a shed. I'll sell you the pillow, then I'll steal the whole bed. Don't look at the math, just look at my teeth. There's gold in the crown, there's a void underneath. The water is rising, the well has gone dry. But I've got a bridge that I'd like you to buy. Oh, we're doing the grift, yeah, we're doing the slide. Everyone's hitching a fraudulent ride. From the top of the hill to the gutter below. It's a circular hustle, it's a puppet show, yeah. I'm fleecing you and you're fleecing him, while the lights on the ship are starting to dim. Everybody's doing the grift. Check the link in the bio, hit the bell, leave a like. I'm a revolutionary holding a plastic mic. I got a coin that's a moonshot, it's actually lead. I'm monetizing every single word that you said. The doctor is a bot, and the lawyer is a scam. But look at the filter on my holiday ham. Is it a lie if you want to believe? Is it a trick if there's nothing up my sleeve? We're all selling air in a vacuum-sealed bag, waving a brand like it's a holy flag. It's all for sale. Yeah, we're doing the slide. Everyone's hitching a fraudulent ride. From the top of the hill to the gutter below. It's a circular hustle, it's a puppet show. Yeah, I'm fleecing you and you're fleecing him, while the lights on the ship are starting to dim. Everybody's doing the grift. Step right up. Limited time offer. No refunds. Subscribe for more.
If you're wondering how much rum I consume per show, I will show you. There, can you see? That's how much rum was consumed in making last night's show. So it's not a lot, I don't need much. And that's for tonight's show. Perhaps I better get another bottle That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. Right, let's have a look here. Let's try this.
From the mist of the north, where the iron was cast, came a spirit of old that was destined to last.
From the Magna Carta, where freedom began, to the breaking of chains for the honor of man.
With the navy of oak, we commanded the tide, with the heart of a lion and nothing to hide.
The fires of the forge, the steam in the rail,
The courage of souls that would never turn frail.
Oh, Britannia,
The light in the dark,
from the spark of the
genius to the defiant spark,
through the industrial age,
where the future was born.
to the radar that watched through the storm and the morn.
Rise up in glory, let the anthem be sung.
The story of giants,
Forever young. Behold the great minds, the masters of thought. By Newton and Darwin, the lessons were taught.
the cure of the sickness, the penicillin hand, the logic of Turing that rescued the land.
From the globe of the bar to the depths of the sea, a small mighty island that set the world free. When the world fell to shadow and hope was but thin,
The few took to heaven the battle to win.
not for power or plunder, but the right to be free.
The bastion of hope for the whole of Oh, Britannia,
The light in the dark,
from the spark of the
genius to the defiant spark,
through the industrial age,
where the future was born.
to the radar that watched through the storm.
Just checking the news, guys. Just checking the news.
The tumbleweeds roll past my window, and the desert wind howls at the door. I've been riding this circuit since Memphis, and my spirit is bruised to the core. There's a dust on my boots and my saddle, and the canteen is running on dry. But I'm chasing a silhouette yonder, where the emerald cuts through the sky. Stagecoach don't stop here no longer, and the gold mines have all turned to rust. But there's a light in that valley of shadows that I'd follow through thunder and dust. It ain't about riches or glory, or the names in the ledger of old. It's the warmth of a stove in the winter, when the prairie turns bitter and cold. Oh, I'm trading the spurs for the kitchen, and the stars for a roof overhead. I'm sick of the beans and the campfire, and the hard, lonely ground for a bed. I can see it just over the canyon, like a jewel in the dust and the snow. I'm coming back to the Green Arrow, the only sweet home that I know. I've outrun the law and the weather.
Okay, guys. So we got a new member. Oh dear. You really shouldn't be drinking this time in the morning, the League of the Keepers of the Briar. Now look where you've gone and done. You've wandered into the worst bar in the world. Yeah. All we do here is talk treason and sedition and plan the overthrow of the government. Is that what turns you on? Is that what rocks your socks? You're in the right place. Would you like to come up to the mic and say a few words? TLOFTKO. Oh, it's awful hard to say your name. Why didn't you call yourself Tom? Something I can say easily. No, it's great to have a new member. It'll help towards our costs when our Starlink comes. Talking about Starlink, guys, I better tell you. The recent closure of Jim Rant's had my wife a little bit worried. She never watches our channel, but she heard me talking to Ribeye about it. And she was concerned, you know. She says, well, first of all, she didn't really want us to have Starlink because it's £75 a month. And how are we going to fund it? And I said, well, fortunately, our membership is growing and we had 20 gifted members. I said, so that will fund the Starlink every month. And she says, yes. And what if they close you down like they've closed me down in the past? Then she'll say, she said, what then? And I said, well, we just don't pay the subscription and let it go. And then I looked at the penalty clause, and if I cancel the subscription within 2 years, I have to pay for the full kit, the aerial and stuff like that, about £1,000 with it altogether. So let's not get this channel closed down, guys. Otherwise, you know. I won't just leave YouTube, I'll be leaving the planet. You know what women are like, don't you? So yeah, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Let's get back to it. Is that, where are we? We were there, and we're there, and we're here.
Have outlasted the heat of the day, but I'm tired of being the hunter when my heart's half a lifetime away. Just a few more miles through the sagebrush. Just a few more miles to go. The green arrow, honey, I'm home.
Beautiful songs, Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf, can I ask you if I can just stop this a second? Bad Wolf, could I ask you to strip out the rap music from our playlist, please? Just British voices, yeah, with no DEI ones, please, Bad Wolf. I know you like to practice your art, but not for this room. Thank you, brother.
Riding this circuit since Memphis, and my spirit is bruised to the core. There's a dust on my boots and my saddle, and the canteen is running on dry. But I'm chasing a silhouette yonder, where the emerald cuts through the sky.
Ribeye's the problem.
Oh, I'm trading the spurs for the kitchen and the stars for a roof overhead. I'm sick of the beans and the campfire and the hard, lonely ground for a bed. I can see it just over the canyon, like a jewel in the dust and the snow. I'm coming back to the green arrow, the only sweet home that I know.
Check the watch on his wrist. It's 2:45. Paul's got a list of who he's supposed to be. His head is a skyscraper, glass and steel. Calculating moves, keeping hands on the wheel. But down in the basement, near the rhythm of his feet, his heart's playing records that are bittersweet. He's got the blueprints laid out on the floor. Logic says stay and lock up the door. But the pulse in his silk tie is starting to drum to a song that his senses have started to hum. Oh, Paul's caught in the middle of a blue note split. His brain wants a plan, but his heart won't quit. He's looking for a home on a one-way street where the facts and the feelings never seem to meet. Yeah, he's chasing a porch light he can't quite see, lost in the jazz of his own identity. He's got a suitcase of reasons and a trunk full of why. Looking at the moon like a hole in the sky. His mind plays the trumpet sharp and bright, but his heart is the sax wailing into the night. He wants to go back to where the air feels right, but he's over analyzing every yellow light. It's a tug of war in a tailored suit. The branches are tangled, but he misses the root. The map in his head has the coordinates wrong. He's got the right house, but the melody's gone. He can't quite see, lost in the jazz of his own identity. He's got the logic, but he's got no soul. He's got the rhythm, but he's lost control. Somewhere between.
Okay. Let's get this clear. Ribeye is not a slave, okay? He's not a slave, he's a free man. It's just called indentured servitude. All he's got to do is work for me and this channel until I die. And then he's free to do what he likes. So he's got to stop going on about it, yeah? Well, I tell you what, you wait until we're the size of, say, Paul Thorpe's channel. Yeah. Oh, hang on. He's haven't got many. No. When we get mega income, I guarantee, I promised you now that we'll get a tidy moderator. One who's not so uppity. He's awful uppity. I'm going to send him back to the plantation. He can go pick some cotton. I've had enough of him. Oh, no, I can't say that. We need him. Get back on you.
There's a light in that valley of shadows that I'd follow through thunder and dust. It ain't about riches or glory or the names in the ledger of old. It's the warmth of a stove in the winter when the prairie turns bitter and cold. Oh, I'm trading the Spurs for the kitchen and the stars for a roof overhead. I'm sick of the beans and the campfire and the hard, lonely ground for a bed. I can see it just over the canyon, like a jewel in the dust and the snow. I'm coming back to the Green Arrow, the only sweet home that I know. I've outrun the law and the weather. I've outlasted the heat of the day. But I'm tired of being the hunter when my heart's half a lifetime away.
Initiating daily intelligence briefing. Welcome to the Daily Bollocks Restore Roundup, where we bring you a supercharged, definitive dissection of the political YouTube sphere. We are currently tracking a multi-front, asymmetric war surrounding Restore Britain. Because the party lacks institutional leverage, media favour and mega-party infrastructure, they are surviving a multi-front siege entirely through the speed, loyalty and aggression of a decentralised, open-source digital army. On the institutional front, we have the Freedom of Information ban hammer. Target Rupert Lowe has been hit with a complete platform ban on the What Do They Know website after submitting a massive volume of Freedom of Information requests. The official excuse claims he was using the platform to send general or personal messages to public authorities, but open source intelligence suggests a different reality. Government institutions frequently blank legitimate inquiries, so Lowe deployed aggressive follow-up questions to force answers, resulting in institutional panic from a Labour government unable to handle the scrutiny. On the polling front, we have the media blackout and the phantom poll. A new Times Sky News YouGov voting intention poll claims Restore Britain has debuted at a suppressed baseline, but this data is manufactured. Restore Britain voters were intentionally hidden from the primary user interface, while Reform UK, Labour and the Greens received unprompted prime placement optimised for rapid low-effort selection. Restore Britain was completely unprompted. Achieving their debut score required high-intent voters to actively hunt through secondary drop-down menus to manually find the party, proving that their current score is not the ceiling but a suppressed baseline. On the political front, the right-wing civil war intensifies as GB News affiliates and Reform loyalists launch unprovoked attacks on the newly formed party. Matt Goodwin publicly mocked Restore Britain as a bunch of unknown amateurs for fielding a minimal slate of candidates in Great Yarmouth while boasting that Reform has a vast array of candidates nationwide. But the Restore defence exposed a massive hypocrisy vulnerability, pointing out that Reform promises a government that will ban Commonwealth voting while simultaneously fielding foreign national candidates like Nigerian national Toriola Coker and Indian national Aaron Roy. Furthermore, Nigel Farage is being heavily criticised for relying on glitzy staged firework displays, skipping a vote to defend trial by jury, and U-turning on grooming gang inquiries, while Lowe aggressively fights for taxpayer rights in House of Commons committee meetings. On the ideological flank, we face the ethno-nationalist rejection. Hardline fringe channels like the Daily Agenda are initiating an identity-based rejection, viewing Restore Britain's integrationist policies and targeted deportations as a Tory safety valve. They believe this is a pressure release trick designed to placate voters with minor border tinkering while ensuring the continuation of mass immigration, as they instead demand total remigration and an overwhelming demographic supermajority. Finally, the digital insurgency assembles. Rupert Lowe cannot be everywhere at once as he's locked down building party infrastructure and sourcing candidates. In response, a decentralised working class coalition of independent creators, including Vindicator Strikes Back, Dino Bain and Green Arrow, have formed an unofficial digital defence force known as the Vanguard. This Vanguard operates on core directives to counter misinformation immediately from detractors like Paul Thorpe, to weaponise free speech by rejecting accusations of drama farming, and to defend the core mission. They are reminding the base of the stakes, echoing the sentiment that in the face of compromised mega parties, Restore Britain is our last hope. The bottom line is that institutions are scared, evidenced by the banhammer and artificial polling friction. Reform is sweating, evidenced by unprovoked attacks hiding their own hypocritical candidate rosters, and the base is mobilising, actively holding the line. This concludes the intelligence briefing. The Vanguard requires operators, so join the Digital Defence Force, like, subscribe and stand by for chaotic updates.
Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Let's have a look at this, guys. Stand by. Okay. Let's get it ready, is it? Have a look at this, guys, if you haven't seen the video this morning. Come on, G8, get a grip. Hold me. Here we go. If you haven't seen it, it's up on our site, but let's have a look at the beginning. I quite like the beginning. It's there. Morning, guys. Weather's miserable, but the sun is burning in my heart. What an epic night last night. Truly epic. But before I tell you about it, let's go throw the trash out. Let me put the rubbish out first, guys. Pause, Paul. We're over here on the daily agenda. Simon Tomlin. Well, I asked a question, didn't I? And I got my answer. I asked if he was a saint or sinner. There should have been a third option, shouldn't it? Lunatic. Yeah, I should have said, is he a saint, sinner, or a lunatic? Because listen to this response. It had me in stitches.
That's particularly a message to that clown. What's his name? What does he call himself? Paul Morris, that daft old bat. How on earth do you think you could ever possibly face someone like me, Mr. Morris, and stand any chance of coming out of it unscathed? You'd need counselling for PTSD after I demolished you. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm an expert at finding the jugular, the weakness, the Achilles heel in every man and woman that I know. It's my nature. I'm a Scorpio. I don't know how to do anything other than that. Same applies to that grotesque, obese, fat retard, Bill Oswald.
Oh, dear. Now I know. Listen, thank you all you people who sent me information in about this fantasist past. Yeah, it was, yeah, he is a nasty piece of work. Thing is, what Simon doesn't realize is he keeps on telling us about his past in the BNP. I was in the BNP much longer than him. But I'm a real British nationalist. I'm former National Front and I'm former BNP. And I'm proud of the part I played in both of those political parties. Yeah. I left a comment on Simon's daily agenda, must be about a week or more ago now, asking him if I could call in and have a chat to him because I wanted to know what he thought we could do as an option to Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain, because he was always putting them down. But he never responded to me. Now, I've been told it may just well be a lie, a rumour. People do spread them to whip up a debate like this or dissent amongst the right, that he actually said, he's supposed to have said that he challenged me to a debate. Simon has never challenged me to anything, never. If he did, I would accept. But what am I going to do about him? Well, from the information I received, it's clear that the guy is a delusional fantasist and he's more to be pitied than worried about or respected. He knows where my pal talk room is. Drop in any time, Simon, and we'll see who eats who. Yes, so Pat, don't say it, Paul. Someone should be looking after him, and they deserve a Care in the Community award for doing so. Anyhow, let's get back to the bunker. I've got more important things to talk about than this Walter Mitty character.
Just a few more miles to go. The green arrow, honey, I'm home. There's a crimson stain.
Yeah, it got to be done. We got to go and have a look, guys, haven't we? Yeah, let's see what Bad Wolf's response is to Dinobane. Dinobane has a malfunction in his Dino Brain. Here we go.
System failure. Logic bypassed. Dinobane, Dino Brain, Dino Brain, Dino Brain, Dino Brain.
Brain, Dino Brain. He's got a blueprint drawn in 24K gold. Wants to save the world, or so we're told. A heart of copper pumping, pure intent. But the wiring in his skull is badly bent. He walks in the room like he owns the floor, kicking down the hinges of a swinging door. He'll offer you a hand, then spit on the ground. The loudest mechanical mess in town. Dino brains. That malfunction in his dino brain. High speed logic with a low speed chain. Good intentions flowing through a rusted wire, but his lack of respect sets the house on fire. Dino brain.
Dino Brain, Dino Brain.
He sees a silver hair, he sees a wrinkled brow, but he's got no time for the here and now. He screams at the elders, marks the years they spent, doesn't realize his own ego's got a dent. Then he turns his static to the women in the lane, raising up his voice like a hurricane. Zero volume control, zero social grace, just a digital storm in a human space. He says he's helping, he says he's kind, but there's a short circuit in the dino mind. He shouts, I'm right, while he's acting wrong. A broken melody in a righteous song. Check the diagnostics when the system scan. There's a moral vacuum in the perfect man. I'll build you a bridge, then burn it for sport. The man, his module is falling short. No, please, no, thank you. Just a binary roar. We don't want his goodness anymore. Dino brain, Dino brain. Dino brain. Rebooting. Dino brain, Dino brain. The Dino brain is offline. Tight, Dino brain.
to like and subscribe, or the
How you all doing? A bit later out doing the morning walk today. I'm very busy today, so I've got stuff to do. My feet are going to be wet through because I'm walking through this field in these tractors, and it's long grass. But we'll go across here. We'll go across here in a minute. But yeah, we'll get away from this side. We'll walk across the middle. So over the last few weeks, I've noticed certain comments in the comment sections of my videos. They started off, they were fishing for information about my past, asking about what regiment I served in, my army service number, just details about my personal life, which obviously I'm not going to give out to anonymous faceless counts on the internet. Why they thought I would is beyond me. Maybe it's some kind of desperate attempt. But I can just say this. A few months ago, I was approached by a group of people. I'm not going to say who they are, but let's just say that they're affiliated with pretty big names on YouTube. We'll just say that for the time being. Now, you can speculate all you want. I'm not going to give out any information. I'm not going to tell you who they are for obvious reasons. I'm being vague for a reason. So they approached me. They said, "Hi, we've noticed your channel. We can help you. We can help you grow it." And I thought, oh, okay. And they went into some details about certain stuff. And at the end of the conversation, I just politely told them to go fuck themselves. Because this channel isn't affiliated with anybody. It's an independent channel. I control the content, and it will never fall into the hands of other people. That's the way it is. I control this channel. So.
Okay, guys, you heard that. Don't forget to go over this. Someone said we don't want to take away Vindicator's views. He does tremendous work, needs to be supported. Yeah. So now you know what he's talking about. This site has recently been offered a deal to do advertising, fitness products, that kind of stuff, the usual muck you see. I didn't tell them as bluntly as Vindicator would have told them. I just politely declined. No, I don't even like having to ask for membership, to be honest, guys. Anyhow, let's get back to here. This is why I come here. I come here for the music.
The ghosts of the cavalry ride, and the stories are etched in the canyon of the ones who had nowhere to hide. My father, he bled for this acreage, and his father, he broke the first stone.
What would Rupert say, Rebecca? I don't care.
To claim what is rightfully owned. Oh, the blood is the life of the river, and the soil is the soul of the land. The legends are written in iron.
Coffee time.
By a cold.
Behave yourself now, Rebecca. No talking about me while I'm gone. Because I'm listening.
I'm weary of trail dust and shadows, and the secrets the mountain sides keep. but the green arrows rooted in glory, where the bones of the pioneers sleep. They tell of a man out of legend who tamed the wild heart of the plain with nothing but grit in his spirit and a prayer for the coming of rain. That spirit still beats in the timber. It cries in the whippoorwill's call. It's the pull of the earth and the lineage that rises up over us all. Oh, the blood is the life of the river, and the soil is the soul of the land. The legends are written in iron by a cold and a heavy-handed hand.
My friends, something doesn't add up in the Iran rescue operation. Check this out. We were told not one, but two C-130s got stuck in sand. How is that even possible? That's literally their job, to operate in any type of terrain. For example, in this video, you can see a C-130 landing in the middle of the desert. And here, an Indian C-130J landing on an unpaved runway in the Himalayas. And the C-130s used during the rescue operation are not the standard type. We're talking about MC-130J Commando 2s, specialized in clandestine operations, meaning they can plow through dirt, mud, snow, gravel, whatever. Not only that, we were told these aircraft were stuck in sand when the Pentagon insisted on the fact that they landed on an old airstrip. So which one is it? Something is seriously wrong with this story. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. Why would you even need big bulky C-130s for a stealth personal recovery mission? It doesn't even make sense. It's been a week now. Why haven't we seen the pictures of the airmen that were rescued in this heroic mission? Why do you need hundreds of special forces for a rescue mission that should be as discreet as possible? So many questions.
The dust settles down on the highway, and the neon starts fading to blue. I've looked for a home in the shadows in every town I've passed through, but there's a light in the window calling, like a bell ringing steady and free. I finally found where I'm grounded. Yeah, WCP is the place to be. Oh, WCP is the place to be, where the handshakes are honest and the coffee is free. From the rise of the sun till the stars hit the ground, it's the sweetest sweetest refrain that my poor heart has found in a world full of lonesome. I'm finally me, 'cause WCP is the place to be. They say that the road is a master that leads you to nowhere at all. But I built me a bridge over trouble, and I finally stepped over the wall. You can keep all your gold and your silver and your ships out on the deep rolling sea. I'll take the peace and the promise of the folks down at WCP. Oh, WCP is the place to be, where the handshakes are honest and the coffee is free. From the rise of the sun till the stars hit the ground, it's the sweetest refrain that my poor heart has found in a world full of lonesome. I'm finally me, 'cause WCP is the place to be.
From the midst of the Neolithic dawn, the giant stones were laid. Stonehenge stands in silent watch where ancient vows were made. The Celts arise with hawks of gold, the chariot wheels ignite. Against the eagles of the south, we scream into the night. Boudica in iron blood, the rebel queen's decree. A legacy of thunderborn beside the northern sea. The hammers fall, the anvils ring. Hear the ghosts of Albion sing. From the wall to the steel, to the throne we shall kneel. Forever young, Britannia rise underneath the iron sky. From the charter signed in fire and mud to the empire born in sweat and blood. Ancient power, eternal flame. The world shall tremble at the name. Alfred dreams of unity while the Viking longships roar. The dead alone breaks upon the cliffs of a jagged, salt-stained shore. Hastings saw the arrow fly, the Norman crown was won. But the spirit of the Saxon soul shall never be undone. Magna Carta, sword and quill, the law above the king. The bell of ancient liberty begins its heavy swing. Lombo Heroes reign from Agincourt. Drake commands the ocean core. The Armada sinks in a watery grave. Rule the storm, rule the wave. Forever young, Britannia rise underneath the iron sky. From the charter signed in fire and mud to the empire born in sweat and blood. Ancient power, eternal flame. The world shall tremble at the name. The foundations of the world. The banner is unfurled. Albion. Albion.
Great. Love that. Love that. Oh, there's one there, but first we'll have some of this. Okay, guys.
It always started the same way.
Got to roll there.
3:30, cold tea, a camera already rolling. Paul, known to his ever-growing audience as the Green Arrow, leaned into the glow of his ring light, adjusting his headphones like a man preparing for battle.
It's like being at
Right,
the cinema,
he'd
isn't it?
mutter, smirking
Great
at his own
stuff.
reflection. Let's see who needs a bit of truth today. And just like that, another video began. The internet had become his battlefield, not with swords or shields, but with thumbnails, timestamps, and that unmistakable grin. Where others scrolled past nonsense, Paul paused. Where others ignored it, Paul clicked. And where most would walk away, Paul leaned in and said, "No, this one's mine." There were moments, plenty of them, where he could have just ignored it. A wild claim, a dodgy stream, another voice shouting into the void. Most would shrug and move on, but not Paul, because to him, ignoring it wasn't the point. He'd chuckle, shake his head, take a sip of something stronger than tea, and say, you shouldn't have said
On
that.
Restore
And that's when
Bandwagon, he's
it
always
began.
been a loyal
Clip
supporter
by clip,
of,
frame by frame.
of Rupert
A
Lyle.
raised eyebrow here, a cheeky wink there. He didn't just respond, he performed. The comments would flood in before he'd even finished. He's done it again. Green Arrow doesn't miss. Someone check on the other guy, and Paul, he'd just laugh. The kind of laugh that said, you've made a terrible error of judgment. Because every jab became content. Every dig became another moment. And every moment, another win. But somewhere along the line, something changed. The persona evolved. The Green Arrow was no longer just reacting. He'd become something else entirely. A sort of anti-hero. A rogue crusader. A one-man tribunal with a ring light instead of a gavel. Grifters? Oh, he had opinions on those. Those who only came for the money. The loud ones, the flashy ones. The trust me bro merchants with suspiciously expensive backdrops and even more suspicious claims. He'd say, narrowing his eyes, something smells off. But it wasn't all serious business, because outside the battlefield of bad takes, there was chaos. Beautiful, glorious chaos. All the messages, all the attention. And unfortunately for Paul, apparently all the ladies. Now, to be clear, Paul remained a married man.
No, you still
Very much so.
I'm married.
The chat would light up, messages flying, reactions piling in. And suddenly, there it was, a full-blown digital stampede. I love you, Paul. Notice me. Green Arrow, please. And Paul would just sit there trying to keep his composure. as if he wasn't being metaphorically chased across the screen by what can only be described as a slow-motion montage of chaos, cheeky comments, and very enthusiastic enthusiasm. At one point, if you squinted, it was practically a Benny Hill sketch, but he never bit, not once. "I'm a married man," he'd say calmly, as if that explained everything, which, to be fair, it did. And then, every now and again, he'd glance at the camera, pause, give a small knowing wink, and the entire chat would lose its collective mind. Meanwhile, far away from the noise, there was silence. Mr. Thorpe, a name that lingered in the background like a forgotten footnote. Paul had checked once. Curiosity, really. The last time he looked, 8 subscribers. 8, not shouted, not mocked, just noted. Because not everyone stays in the game, and not everyone builds something that lasts. But Paul, he kept going. Night after night, stream after stream, turning nonsense into content, turning noise into momentum, turning a camera into a stage. And whether you loved him, doubted him, or were just there for the chaos, you watched, you listened, and eventually you understood. Because in the end, the Green Arrow wasn't just a man online. He was a phenomenon, a legend, a mildly confusing force of nature with very strong opinions and impeccable timing. And somewhere, off in the distance, you could still hear the faint echo of that laugh, the grin, the chase. The Green Arrow has wrapped up his stream, reminding everyone to vote for Restore Britain. After signing off, rumours started flying, some saying the legend went off to celebrate in wild fashion. But of course, that's just hearsay. Let's not forget, he's a married man to a lovely lady. On a more serious note, Focus on Britain would like to extend a big thank you to the Green Arrow for his support and for sending his community our way. The positive responses have meant a lot and truly help us grow.
Half-fast 3-screen glow, green coat, see wild theory. Listen close, he says. He's pacing around a room where nobody stays. Anxious, angry, arrogant. While he's on a mission with the truth in his hands, calling out the grifters across the lands. Green Arrow of the online streets. Green Arrow of the online streets. He don't miss, he just reloads, winks at the camera and he hits the road. Rattle thoughts, numbers high, 300,000 people standing by, declaring Paul just laughed, checks his reflection in the looking glass, half road, half clown, smooths the hair on his head right down. Paul is on a mission with the truth in his hands, calling out the grifters across the lands. Green Arrow of the online streets. Green Arrow of the online streets. He don't miss, he just reloads, winks at the camera, then he hits the road. Maybe days are long gone, maybe days are dead, maybe dead behind him. Now he's trading the ocean for a screen instead. Betty Hill legs in overdrive, chasing the trouble just to feel alive, feeling alive, feeling alive. Justice, maybe a smile, he laughs it off in his usual style. Uncertain story spreads, living inside of their scrolling heads, walking line between the truth and the trend. Well, he's on a mission with the truth in his hands, calling out the grifters across the lands. Green Arrow of the online streets. Green Arrow of the online streets. He don't miss, he just reloads, winks at the camera, then he hits the road. Restless heart, restless mind, debt unpaid, left behind. Keep on talking, talking, talking into the night.
Oh, what's this one? This one looks racy. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Boogie Street. This is Boogus, but they call it Boogie Street. Everything happens down Boogie Street.
I found a photograph tucked in a box under the stairs.
Sad.
Of a woman with a tired smile and 100,000 prayers. You were stitching up my grazed knees and drying every tear, building up a kingdom out of love and chasing every fear. I didn't have the words back then, I was small and just a child, but I was safe within the sanctuary of every time you smiled. And I know I didn't always make it easy for you, Ma, chasing shadows in the street and reaching for the stars, but you were the gravity that kept my feet on the ground, the quietest strength that I have ever found. So here's one for the moms, for the heart of the home, the light in the window when we're feeling alone, for the late night talks and the call me when you're there, for the silent sacrifices and the way you always care. You're the heartbeat of the family, the steady hand, the sun. Yeah, this one's for the mothers, 'cause you're the only one. Now I'm older and the world feels a little more cold. I see the silver in your hair, a story to be told, of the dinners on the table when the cupboards were near bare, and how you'd listen to my nonsense like $1 million prayer. You taught me how the kindness works, you taught me how to give. You showed me that a life of love is the only way to live. And I know I didn't always say I love you enough, when the road was getting rocky and the weather getting rough, but you were the compass and you were the map, finding every answer with me sitting in your lap. So here's one for the moms, for the heart of the and every bake. If I'm half the person that you are when I grow old, then I've got a heart of diamonds and a spirit made of gold. So here's one for the moms, for the heart of the home, the light in the window when we're feeling alone, for the late night talks and the call me when you're there, for the silent sacrifices and the way you always care. You're the heartbeat of the family, the steady hand, the sun. Yeah, this one's for the mothers, you're the only one. Thanks for everything, Mom.
You know, sometimes you wander so far, you forget what it's like to belong. But then you walk through those doors and you realize you're home.
Yeah, I'm hanging my head where the spirit is free. WCP,
That's the place for me.
Upon the rolling hills of York, beneath a bruised and heavy sky, three shadows stood against the tide where lesser men would die. The Yorkist drums like thunder rolled a sea of iron and hate, but England's steel was tempered cold to seal the monster's fate. Dean obeyed of dragon strength, Vindicator's flame, and Green Arrow swift of hand who never missed his aim. From rising sun to setting red, they held the valley floor, the three who broke the army's back and ended every horde. Sir Dean O'Bain with heavy mace struck down the jagged line. His armor bore the ancient marks of scale and wyvern spine. Beside him stood the Vindicator's shield of silver bright, who turned the dark of Ortiz Creed to blinding holy light. Dean O'Bain of dragon strength, Vindicator's flame, and Green Arrow swift of hand who never missed his aim. From rising sun to setting red, they held the valley floor, the three who broke the army's back and ended every horde. High atop a craggy ledge, the silent watcher leaned, as Green Arrow let his feathers fly by thickest mist unscreened. No captain of the raiding horde could dodge his either sting. Before their blades could meet the grass, their souls were on the wind. Dean O'Bain of dragon strength, Vindicator's flame, a Green Arrow swift of hand who never missed his aim. From rising sun to setting red, they held the valley floor, the three who broke the army's back and ended every horde.
Water off a duck's back.
The fields are quiet now and green, the stones are mossed and grey, but children sing of how the three reclaimed the light that day. Those centuries have marched along and kings have turned to dust. The legend of the English three remains a sacred trust. The legend lives, the English three.
bluebells bloom in the valley deep,
Beautiful.
where the secrets
Beautiful.
of the mountain keep. He wore the red, he stood so tall, before the winter began to fall. A Welsh guard's heart, a steady hand, the finest soul in all the land, with a voice like Frank in the pale moonlight. He'd sing away the coldest night. Oh, he was 21 and full of grace, with a hero's light upon his face. Between the stars and the velvet sky, the old songs never really die. A Peggy Sue smile and a heart of gold, a story that will ne'er grow old. 21 summers, brave and free, a bluebell in our memory. He loved the rhythm, he loved the swing, the simple joy that a song could bring. From the barracks hall to the kitchen floor, he'd hum the tunes from the days of yore. But duty called across the phone, far away from the hills of home. He gave his all for the red and blue, to keep the peace for me and you. The brass is polished, the boots are bright, a silent watch in the middle of night. Though the record skips and the years fly past, the love he left is built to last. Sinatra sigh underneath the wide Welsh sky. 21 years, a hero's part, forever singing in my heart.
That was a beautiful tribute to Bluebell's father, I thought.
Dust on the visor, boots in the sill, building a world on the ruins they built. I don't look back, I don't check the rear view. I'm carving a path just to get us all through. They said it was over, they said we were done, but I'm counting the seconds till we hit the sun. Stealing my grip and a spark in my chest. We don't take a breather, we don't take a rest. Leading from the front where the shadows collide, with Cabby at the wheel and the truth on our side. It's a war for the dawn, it's a break in the chain. We're riding the future in fire and rain. No retreat, no surrender, no looking away. steady, but give it a lift. Shift into gear while the engines scream loud. We're breaking the ceiling, we're piercing the cloud. They're playing for keeps, but we're playing for keepsakes. History's brittle, watch how the glass breaks. Left flank is open, but I'm on the line. The future isn't theirs, Baxter, it's yours and it's mine. The old world is screaming, it's falling behind. A ghost in the static, a cage for the mind. But the vanguard is moving, the signal is clear. The end of the cycle is fight or it rain. No retreat, no surrender. No looking away. We own the night till we capture the day. The future's wide open.
In the silence of the frequency, between the hertz and the howling wind, a phantom moves through the faders. Behold, the bad wolf.
Yeah, he doesn't walk the stage, he haunts the wire, pulling digital gold from a funeral fire. 10 fingers on the board like a grand design. Bad wolves weaving through the space and time. He pulls a melody out of a hollow hat. Heavy kick, drum thump, yeah, he's feeling that. The EQ shifts, the shadows start to dance. You're not just listening, you're in a trance. He's the musical magician, king of the town, turning the silence into holy sound. With a flick of the wrist and a twist of the dial, bad wolf leaves him in a bloody pile. 1 part wizard, 2 parts beast. Lay the rhythm down for the auditory feast. Auditory feast. Auditory. Catch a glimpse of the fur beneath the cuff. The mix is polished, but the soul is rough. He slices through the static with the silver mic. Master of the echo, architect of the shade. It's auditory alchemy led into gold. The greatest story that was never told. He captures lightning in a copper coil. Bless the speakers, sanctify the recoil. Watch the meter speak, hear the circuit speak. He's howling at the moon in a 4/4 beat, dragging the magic right off the street. Now feel the pressure drop. Auditory feast. Auditory feast. He's the musical magician, king of the town, turning the silence into holy sound. With a flick of the wrist and a twist of the dial, bad wolf leaves him in a bloody pile. 1 part wizard, 2 parts beast. Lay the rhythm down for the auditory feast. The trick is done, the wolf is gone. Just the echo remains. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or the wolf is coming for you.
Review. Today, we present the Diplomatic Shakedown. We are looking at how to weaponise our chequebook, starve uncooperative nations, and fund the mass deportation machine. We begin with target acquisition. We are going after the worst offenders. These specific nations hold the largest populations of visa overstayers. The takeaway is simple. They hold the overstayers, but we hold the purse strings. It's time to squeeze. Currently, the British taxpayer is being played in a massive mugs game. We hand out a fortune in foreign aid to these uncooperative states, while a colossal wave of remittances flows entirely tax-free out of our economy. The result is skyrocketing visa overstayers and a broken deportation pipeline. The days of paying foreign governments to mug us off are over. Look at the sheer scale of the leak. A gargantuan sum of money leaves our economy annually as outward remittances. This cash represents the ultimate pull factor. It leaves our economy and bolsters theirs, removing any financial incentive for their governments to cooperate with deportations. The solution is the sod-off surcharge. We'll apply a severe remittance and dividend tax. The core logic is undeniable. If foreign governments ignore diplomatic pressure, we tax their dividends and remittances until taking their citizens back becomes the cheaper option. This yields a massive enforcement slush fund to pay for our borders. No more carrots, just the stick. We deploy the aid weapon with an immediate freeze of all cash handed to these offenders. The trade weapon leverages massive trade deficits, turning them into direct targets for punitive tariffs. The visa weapon blocks entry for their government officials, business elites, and non-essential travellers. The bottom line is we stop asking nicely and start inflicting severe economic pain. Then we unleash the ultimate force multiplier, deportation NATO. The logic is bulletproof. A lifetime ban in an allied nation equals a ban in all allied nations. Uncooperative governments can ride out sanctions from a solitary country by pivoting elsewhere. They cannot survive a coordinated total mobility lockdown by the entire Western economic bloc. This brings us to the stairway to diplomatic hell. The initial phase fires the warning shots. This means joint public designation to name and shame, harmonised visa sanctions locking out elites, suspension of non-essential travel to ground flights, and immediate cancellation of foreign aid to cut the cheque. If they still refuse, they enter the find out phase. We drop targeted trade tariffs, impose remittance and dividend blockades, enforce coordinated diplomatic isolation, and apply total mobility restrictions, meaning a coordinated refusal to admit any nationals into coalition territories. The exit clause is absolute. The pressure only stops when the travel documents are issued and the deportation flights land. The final verdict is pay up or pack up. We weaponise our remittance outflow to fund our own borders. We deploy a collective alliance to corner uncooperative states. We escalate the economic pain until taking their citizens back is their only option. Cooperate, or we shut off the valve, cut the aid, and lock your elites out of the West forever. Simple as. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Okay, guys, going to close down in a couple of minutes. Be back on later today. We're going to go out with I think Bad Wolf has done us a outro. So let's see if I can find it. Okay, do you want to say your goodbyes? If you want to say goodbye to your chums, we'll see you later today, this evening. Yeah. Get ready. And where's our moderator, Ribeye? Absent from duty again. Absent from place of. Absent without leave. Sometimes I wish I paid him. I do. I really do. Then if I was paying him, I could stop his wages. Yeah, restore Britain Barrow. He is a legend, isn't he? Here we go, guys.
Well, thank y'all for coming, folks. We'll be right pleased to be seeing y'all again soon. Please don't forget to put your little pinkies on those like and subscribe buttons as you get your hats and coats on the way out. Y'all be having a safe trip home. And please, can somebody make sure GA gets home okay? I think he might have had a little too much rum.